Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld. Shop smart, shop RimMart. We have a whole 7 people in here. Our intern is not yet re-recruited, and we've got Ryshark here, who's going to get a rename as well once he gets recruited. You know, Hammer Me's thumb is looking very legless over here, right? Especially face on, it looked like to me. Part of me wondered, like, is it like elf ears? But no, it was a hairstyle thing. But from right over here, it looks like they've got elf ears, well, to go along with their wrap and their bow. I think it's very cool, very stylish. Green is getting a little green over there. Oh, a little bit of smoke leaf. And we might get into running a little pharmacy thing. Okay, intern is back, baby. Now, so we're going to make you the regional manager because I had decided a while ago that that would be the thing that makes sense for you. I mean, you already want a fancy bedroom, so that's going to be okay. You've got the social skill, not a lot of practical stuff. You might get killed in combat or something, but anyway, we'll go ahead and set that up. So yeah, I think this would replace, I mean, this has got to be unique, right? It's interesting that it doesn't say it, because like with the specialist, you can't have more than one, but it's got to be just the one. Anyway, we'll go ahead and make you the regional manager. Blam. And what are we going to call you? I mean, we could literally just call you the manager, which I don't hate, you know? Like, we've got some little nicknames here, but part of it was always the idea of giving, you know, sort of job titles. Yeah, I think you're going to make the jump from intern to just manager. Or what does, you know, in the office, what does Ryan become? He starts off as the intern. I don't remember all the bits he gets to, but yeah, manager. Sure. Well, I might choose a different name for you later. Maybe I'll come up with something a little bit more interesting, but for now, congratulations, you're getting your promotion. Finish. Lovely. And this room is going to become the room for the manager, and oh, we don't do sleeping together until they're married. Right. Okay. Well, hopefully we can do that soon so we can start making some bebes. Let's move the manager over. You know what? I guess that way. I mean, I don't tend to use your things too much. Oh, you have combat command, which is nice. And then, yeah, we do have the work drive, which might be tricky on the basis that I'm not entirely sure that you're going to be in an area that will benefit people that too much. We'll turn on the entertainment role for you. And I guess, oh, that does give us an artist. Ah, hold on. Okay, so that is going to be manager's day job. Is going to be doing artwork. That's interesting. You're going to chop a block. We must not have enough blocks to do the art. Yeah, because you're going to do this one out of everything except... Oh, no, just limestone. Do I want to turn off the slate? Or turn on the slate? You know what? I think I will. Limestone and slate is going to be both okay. So technically, you can start doing artiness now. You need 100, which is okay, because both limestone and slate get that. So yeah, carve some blocks for now, but you will go and do this. Ooh, okay. This might inform something with the name. I might have to let it cook a bit, though. Artsy manager. Manage by numbers, you know, like paint by numbers. I might go manage by numbers for now. I'm not... Numbers. If we've got enough character, we do. I'm not entirely convinced I'm going to stick with that one. There may be some more rebranding going on. You know, middle managers, they've got to make themselves feel useful by constantly doing silly, like, filler jobs. Like, oh, yeah, like, no, we'll rebrand. Why? We just did that last year. Nope, no. We got to spend $50,000 to come up with, like, a new motto. And our motto is going to be, like, our stuff is the goodest. Oh, man, I could have never thought about that on my own. Ah, crazy. Oh, wait, on the other hand, I am, you know, having a hard time coming with these names, so not to criticize some people who are actually properly creative about this sort of marketing stuff. And clearly it works, because a lot of companies have shockingly simple logos and mottos and things like that, and they work. I mean, I'm sure lots of them have shockingly simple logos and mottos and things like that, and we've never heard of them, and the businesses have failed too, so survivorship bias. Okay, that's blank there already, that's good. And yeah, you've got that. As I say, bedroom unhappiness. Both of them are still greedy and unhappy with what they've got. Once more of the furnishing, once the floor comes in here and once these furnishings come in, we should be a-okay. I think I might move the marble job to the top. Yeah, because actually that's a good idea. Because right now what's going to happen is the slate and limestones are going to be constantly consumed by the arts stuff. So we'd probably never get around to doing the marble block. Okay, enjoyed their stay doing that. Oh, did they leave something? 4 Glitter World medicine. Don't mind if I doodle. Actually, that does remind me, though. Let's make sure to reset everyone to just industrial and nothing better here. And I'll try not to mess with the forbid on that because it keeps getting unforbid anyway, and I don't want to have to depend on it. Power-wise, we're still doing okay. Nothing blocked there, just not windy. We're being raided. Okay, prepare for a while, then attack. All right, well, let's limit everyone to the home area for the moment. All bows? Or at least currently equipped. We haven't quite finished the wall structure, but nearly so. We can guarantee they're going to come from the south. Nice. Yeah, that's sealed in. Okay, so they're going to have to come through here. So you could set up the shooting wall. It's also possible that we could just back all the way up to here and use the traps, but I'm not entirely convinced that's going to happen. Let's at least plan the new trap corridor. Do something like this, and then I don't remember. I mean, we're going to want stone here because it's going to keep getting shot at. Do we double wall? Probably we do. Yeah, I guess I'll still do the thing where there, and I will do the diagonal bit because otherwise it's going to be a little annoying to me. And yeah, this will all have to be stone. Just because fires and stuff over here will be a problem, but I guess we're going to still go with the let's build things out of wood because it's going to be massively quicker. Right, something like that, and then I guess actually we'll end up moving some traps, but I'll set up some construction for it. Fence. Yeah, no one's going to stand there anyway, but I might still put a fence there. Again, the idea is to force people down this bit. Okay. We could get rid of some of these trees that might get used for cover, but I don't think that's going to be the priority. What we might do is roof as much of this as we can to prevent some amount of tree growth. I don't know if I can grow on the mud anyway. You guys are still up there. We got some weapons. We don't have body armor yet, which is too bad. Yeah, if we gain a few of these traps going on, that would be nice. I'm wondering if I should... You know what? Let's do this. Temporarily set everyone to maximum construction. And force a little bit of a reset. Now, you are limited to the home zone, but the home zone will include over here. Are you out of wood? No, you still have wood. Yeah, okay, we're good there. I'm actually a little surprised that this construction wasn't happening, but there it goes. Okay. Level 6 construction. Oh, yeah, this is still going on here, too, because they got the marble blocks, I suppose. Okay, they begun their assault. So, we're going to grab y'all. We're going to do this. Now, we're going to expect some fire to come in. Let me, before I forget, reset the construction. We set it on for everyone who's got some or maybe something like this. Leave me a few more people who I could right-click to force a construction job. You shouldn't have a desire to smash your way through the doors, especially with this being open, and you feel like you can path your way to stuff. It's too bad these traps weren't set up. And technically someone can stand here for cover. Well, I guess they're there too, although there might be some range limitations. Now, luckily, imps are not very strong, right? They are... Okay, I mean, I guess they're just cranky. Weak melee damage. Maybe that's the other thing I'm thinking. Weak immunity, slow wound healing. But I guess they don't take more damage. Okay. It's nice that they're not currently closing, so they're not doing their fire breath, although some of these guys might. Oh, combat command. You know what? I'm going to move manage by numbers in the middle so that when I do this, they'll naturally be standing in the middle. But yeah, oh, no, I didn't want to select everyone. Hold on. Reset. I just want you, sorry. Come over here. There it is. You're definitely taking some damage. Let's focus fire. Good. That one's in cover. Well, there's a little tree there. Ooh, rock. Stay with your bow. There you go, fleeing. Thank you. Okay, release. And capture. Okay. And unrestrict. And unrestrict. Oh, you're still recruited. My bad. Okay. Excellent. And hopefully, yeah, people are going here. And if we take a look at rock, perfect. Do some tending. I'm going to get the hospital going just for the convenience of having the medicine a little closer. I mean, it's not like we're going to have high-quality medical beds or extra sterile tiles or anything of the sort. But it might be nice. Okay, you're being treated. And you're being treated with herbal meds. But that's fine. In theory, we should have plenty. Iron stomach, construction, social... I mean... And you lost a toe. You know what? We'll probably go ahead and try to recruit you. I mean, we're always looking for some extra workers, you know, always hiring. Who's got the medical emergency? Okay, it is just this person, probably to blood loss, although I suspect you're no longer bleeding. Oh, that's not true. You are still bleeding, but there you go. Done. And medical treatment needed on price point. Oh, yeah, totally. I realized you were still bleeding. That's no good. I suppose maybe all the hospital beds were full, and so you didn't rush to go and lie down. That can definitely happen. And yeah, Siav has just got to be, yeah, extreme blood loss, but you're probably going to bounce back just fine. And Mug, yeah, the bad hygiene, that's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, they'll all get that. And then price point, now that you're probably treated, you got a convert action coming up in an hour. 0.9, 0.8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oop. You've been around the longest. There you go. Conversion complete. Lovely. And you'll probably be about to be recruited. And yeah, we'll marble tile this one as well after. Yeah, as soon as this gets built, we'll move the rest of the traps and deconstruct this whole area, actually. And I suppose, you know what? Let's do the roof command here, because it'll also get these trees chopped. Actually, we'll do this like that. Protect us from the rain, too. I don't think in the middle it's not going to get roofed because it won't reach, but that's okay. And yeah, we'll give the build roof command over here as well. The idea is it'll just prevent any trees from growing here. There is still a persistent belief that being in the darkness hurts your accuracy. That was true a long time ago in the alpha days. There was a period of time where that was true. That is no longer the case. So it doesn't matter the darkness. Okay, Ryshark has joined us. So, I mean, animals... I think it was like we were kind of excited to get another planter, really. The medical, the intellectual. You're very useful in a lot of ways. But I think... And you're rock gardener. Like, we got 3 people who can work on plant stuff now. I'm going to copy and paste and do that. And you can also garden. You don't have the social, but you could intellectual. You know, we'll turn it on. It's fine. And then the animal handling, yeah, we almost, like, if we're going to do any taming, you should be the one to do it for sure. Yeah, I guess I can turn these on. Product tester actually has the best crafting skill. I guess that's the product part of it. But I still like your huge emphasis on study, although you can also do it. I mean, I guess maybe it makes sense to have both these guys. Do I want you in here too? I mean, okay, I have the no authors mod, so we can swap back and forth the things. You can't botch a construction. What I can do is enforce maybe more of a minimum skill limit for certain things. Even the regular clothing, not even the fancy clothing. Like, I might want to, maybe not a 10, I don't know. Although we have 2, we have a 12 and a 10. So I really could go and enforce a skill of 10 on all of these things. right? And then for the good quality duster, I mean, probably the same thing. And then we can do the thing where we have the training job at the bottom, which... Do we do the fancy shirts? Oh, I can do backpacks too. We should totally get that. I don't know if there's a quality on backpacks. I kind of feel like I might not do that. I wonder if this could be a good, like, filler job. Or what we'll do... Cheap, low-quality goods. I mean, my people are going to wear this, but... You know what? No, I've changed my mind. I'm going to remove the skill requirement on everything other than the good duster. But I might change this to keep a couple around. We'll increase the odds of one of the two being better, and people will keep chooching them out. But ultimately, this is going to be some of the stuff we sell. Although, in a way, what I'd almost like is a bunch of single jobs and then another set of jobs, which is the double. That way, we'll do like one of each before we start on the two of each, but it's not really set up that way. Good quality t-shirt. Okay. Thanks for the gift. We'll make sure to sell that. Okay, yeah. Focus on getting this area done. We'll go and autosave and then haul these slate chunks out of this little area. And then these over here, although they're not really in the way. You know what? Hammer meets thumb. Come over here and deconstruct this wall. Thanks. Okay. So that's going to be an active door for us. Medical emergency is still Siov here. You still have the extreme blood loss. I mean, I don't think I've got any blood packs to go and give you a transfusion. I don't think I've ever seen anyone die from the extreme blood loss situation. I mean, they bounce back faster if you give it to them, but with the prisoner, we don't actually care, right? Like, we don't need to get you back into the action. Food-wise, we're still sitting on a crazy amount of it. Do I want to grow something else here? Do I want to just grow some more cotton in this area? Maybe I do. Yeah, let's do it, and then enable sowing. More cotton, more faster. We haven't researched Devil Strand yet, right? No. I might want to go and add that to the queue. Oh, right there. It would be nice if you could queue from here. Maybe there is a way to do it. Because, like, normally what it does is it just pans the screen, but you still got to go and find where it is. But yeah, let's unqueue that. I'm starting to think that the number is accurate and the visual is wrong on this progression bar. That might be the case. We really haven't been doing very much research lately because we've been keeping people fairly busy on other stuff. Once this is set up, then, oh man, we still have the Kessler syndrome, which, again, I don't think is actively hurting us right now. Heck, we can't even trade with spaceships until we finish microelectronics. Oh, there's a little bit of human meat in there. A shack of valuables. See, it would be nice to go and raid that to sell it, but that's continues to not be our vibe. Got a lot of revolvers. It would be nice to go and switch to a somewhat more effective weapon. I mean, we'll be researching firearms. Of course, we're going to have the hunting section of our RimMart here, and our hunting section is going to involve semi-automatic rifles. Now, I will say this, in Canuckia over here, like, you know, your things, well, thinking more Canadian Tire, but I think the Walmarts and stuff like that for a long time did have in the sports section, did also sell, like, weaponry, like long arms, obviously. You know, Canadians do have guns, just nowhere near as much as some other people. And not really handguns, because they're mostly not legal. I had when I used to have my day job, I did have a coworker that had some handguns because they were like, they're grandfathered in. He had some antique ones. He was quite the collector. Went to a gun range and stuff, which was really interesting. And I would love to go to a gun range and fire off some pew-pew. I mean, guns are cool. I just, you know, don't really want to walk around in places where people can just walk around with them. That part feels a little weirder. I'm going to clean up some of the rocks that are just lingering around some of our base. Crisis of belief. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's some good progression. Excellent. Very happy about that. Price point, your abilities aren't up yet. Nope, nowhere near. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I never renamed Ryshark. I was organizing your jobs. I'm still not entirely sure what's here. Maybe you're like paper crafts, because it's like some amount of plant stuff and some amount of crafting. You know what I could do? I should wander around. Let me go for paper crafts for now. I should wander around my local big stores and actually look at, well, I was going to say look at the department names. They don't have interesting department names. They just have signs that like shoes, men's, kitchenware. Yeah, and those aren't interesting enough. I think we're finding a good middle ground. And it is helpful to name people based on their jobs, because then you can slightly more remember what they're getting tasked with over here. Now, papercrafts, you also can't fight at all. Okay, so we've got 2 people who can't fight, which isn't ideal. Level 13's social is quite nice. Manage by numbers, achieve their become liked by many of their peers. So presumably just lots of positive relationships. Well, that's cool. What else do you want? You want to gain a level 5 Psycast, and you want to read an Eldritch Tome. Okay. Well, you know what? If anyone's going to get the royal title, it actually might be you. That could be really interesting. Okay. I do want to start paving the world. Oh yeah, I guess I also really want to get our hygiene up and running. Okay, well, finish this, obviously, certainly. What's the moving hotkey? Is it B? Yes, B to reinstall. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Oh, we did a calm down. That's nice. And yeah, we'll probably just deconstruct that one. Because what I'm going to want is a little fence over here just to keep the animals from randomly wandering in. Combat supplier. Okay. I think the combat supplier is quite boring because they don't really want to buy our stuff. Or, sorry, not buy our stuff. They don't really tend to have much that we want to buy. We, of course, are not allowing ourselves to sell things to the caravan. I don't know if I've got... Yeah, I got 27 silver, so there's actually not much point in having a conversation with you. We'll check. We'll say hi. We'll touch base. Sure. I could buy 1 regular medicine. Actually, it seems like a good idea. Let's do that. High priority haul on that, please. Thank you very much. That traps move. Deconstruct that bit. In terms of, like, structural building, I think we'll be finishing that soonish. But probably I need to get the proper bathrooms up. Yeah. This is still not refrigerated, which is fine. I mean, the rice doesn't last forever, but it does last for a really long time. And at least it is actually counting as somewhat refrigerated. Yeah, there we go. Because it's cold enough just from the outside here. But we're going to want it in an actual freezer. And yeah, so they can go out this way if they want. They have to do the zigzag. I don't know if we want a door here. Probably we don't need that. So we got the door here. We got that. I mean, I could. This is probably just an area where people will smash their way through. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let me check. No zone restrictions. That's good. I do need to go and swap this. And Edekin. Oh, hold on. I'm just realizing. We know what we need. We do need some, what's it called? The psychoid plant? Because we do have some people that have it as a need. Yeah, and we might have to do a little bit of drug research. I think what I might do is just square this off, because I'm doing this because I'm pretty sure the psychoid has, like, no real fertility requirements. Yeah, fertility sensitive 40%. So it does technically run a little bit better in rich soil, but barely makes a difference. So it's kind of a waste to use it for them. There's no reason to avoid it, but you're want to use something else. But we'll use it square off over here. We'll do that, and then we'll probably, I don't know, psychoid tea. Psychoid tea doesn't really sell for very well, although it is a pretty safe thing to consume for the people who have the psychoid dependency. A mad gazelle. Okay, well, you guys are engaged on them here. Where's my... Oh, quest expired. That's fine. Failed to oh, we'll make KitchenAid sad. Is Gilbert like your brother or something? He's your grandson. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's the Mad Gazelle here. Just wanted to make sure. Where the hell are you going? Yeah, walk over here. There you go. Interact with combat merchants. There you go. Meat's back on the menu. Lovely. Laia ran away due to being a coward. Okay. I don't think there's any way for us to encourage the marriage to go, is there? Like, I would really like that. Your lover's product tester. Can I right click on people from here? No. I'm going to do this. No, yeah. Oh, you could try a romance, but that's it. We could designate like a wedding spot, right? But I don't think that encourages weddings to happen. That just decides where it's going to happen. Because, yeah, if they can get married and start having some babies, then we can train them from the start to be the perfect little workers. I guess, well, we're going to need to figure out a classroom spot later. Okay. I mean, we could even consider a classroom sort of as part of this area. Or put the classroom in the middle of the store. You know, they can just start running the cash register immediately, right? That's going to be fine. Yeah. At some point we'll have to pop that and this, but I'm not going to be in a rush to do it. Although it doesn't take a lot of work to deal with these guys, unless they're centipedes. If they're centipedes, we'd probably be screwed right now. Be nice for the research to start. Okay, so that is basically done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue deconstruct. And remember, deconstruct is lower priority, so they're going to do the construction first. We'll set that to deconstruct. We don't have many rocks kicking around. Yeah, a bit of a path. And we will end up putting a door here. I mean, it's not a refrigerator right now. So maybe there was no reason to delay the door as long as I did anyway. I guess that kind of makes sense. We'll put you there. There we go. Get the sprinkler. You're hauling some wood around. Okay. Hauling is... Oh, it was set to a 2. Let's bring it down to a 4. Rare thrombos. I do not feel comfortable. They're not... Shite. Okay. Hang on. I forgot that this place got roofed. Reset everyone. Removing a roof is top priority, so they'll do that first. And then they'll deconstruct the rest. And then not get crushed. Okay. Good. Let new lovers... Angst? Wait. Angst. One of our guests. You have a vasectomy. You can't even breed. Fast learner. High mate. Who could craft but can't fight. Well, tell you what. We will go ahead and enable the try to create friendship. Oh, he has enough friends. I can recruit you. That will set us to negative goodwill with the faction, but I don't think that'll start a war. All right, fine. I recruit you, Angst. Chief angered. We will have to convert you. Price point. Trigger this. Angst is a great name. Too bad about the vasectomy, but that's okay. We can put you to work. I mean, you're another doctor, crafter, researcher. Doctor, crafter, researcher. No, that doesn't work. Gets cut off. Doctor, tech crafter. There you go. You didn't go to... Doctor, like... You didn't get your PhD in tech crafting to not be called the doctor or something. And yeah, we can turn on some... We can turn on all these social things. Turn off the animal handling. That's fine. No growing, no this. And yeah, with the fact that there's a skill limit on things, yeah, you can enable this as well. That's going to be okay. And we'll put the research here and like that. Okay. Now, don't high mates have a special power? So yeah, hammer meets thumb. Isn't there like a psychic bond? Did it happen automatically? Because you're lovers? Ah, it did. Okay, great. Okay, that's good for the mood. Less good if you have a break. And normally it's annoying if you're Wow, that is a hell of a certainty drop. Oops, that's not where I want to go, but hover over. Oh, you're kind. There you go. 200%. Yeah, all right, so you'll be pretty easy to convert. Good. Oh, paper crafts is also greedy? Okay, well, all right. Oh, deconstruct those two. Oh, you know what? It's time. Let's go into options, mod options, quality builder, and set the default to new builds to good. So this one I have to do manual still, but if I go and say, I want you to make marble end table over here, there we go. It'll require a minimum of good, and it'll rebuild it if it fails. Okay. Oh, power and some lighting. I guess the power would reach, but if I do this, you know what? I'll do that because it'll just feel good for the next thing. And then grab the wall lamp. And how come, what am I doing wrong here? Did it go? Oh, yeah, it's there. I just can't see it. Oh, no, okay. I can just barely see it. Like, normally it auto-rotates. It's not a problem. What's going on here? No worries. And yeah, we have lots of extra little constructors. We do have quality builder, so it's going to, things that have a quality will only get built by our best constructor. But the others will build these themselves on walls, and if they botch a little, it's not the end of the world. Well, we still have the Kessler syndrome. It's still happening. Okay. Thrombos are inside the base. God. Waste drop. I'm not opposed to doing this. Cataphract helmet. What is this? Well, there's one of those dark tomes. We had an archite capsule for later genetic shenanigans. And we just shove the waste packs in the corner, which does sound very much us. I think we're going to say yes. And I think I might do it for the archite and the silver, and we can use the silver to buy some goods. I accept. So I guess it's a dumping stockpile. Clear all for toxic waste packs, critical priority. Okay. There you go. Pods have arrived. Wait. Waste packs have arrived. Oh, that's very convenient, because I was going to say, if it's in the wrong corner, I might do this. But no, that's actually excellent. Do I just haul urgently? I don't want them to decay there. I want them to decay as far away as possible. Also, let's mine out all this silver. You know what? Actually, I need a new job. For silver ore, if there's any to be mined, always be mining it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you'll complain. It's okay, you'll get updated soon. Yeah, let's just go and put a high priority haul on this. Make sure to get this done before it rots where it is. Just bring it out into the corner. Okay. Bedrooms being worked on. We got that little open place where trees theoretically could grow. I could just like pave over a tiny bit of this so it wouldn't, because I don't want anyone to be able to use anything for cover. I think it'll be okay. You know what? Let's go and try to tame you now. 10% chance you'll break, but we do have paper crafts here with a 13 taming. You know, I don't know what our odds are, but we'll see. Should probably do some mass map deconstruction too. I'm also going to tag a tiny bit of uranium to be mined, so that we could consider making some maces. Gift of 329 silver. Yeah, there we go. This is why we do the hospitality thing. And they haven't even really bought too many things from us. I do have that enabled though, right? And guess map shaping, shopping area. In the shopping area, yes, that's fine. Entertain. We don't create friendships by default, although maybe they happen. Yeah. We'll double check when we actually have some people here and make sure they have the shopping area assigned. Because again, anyone who'd been here before, maybe it doesn't. Wow. we did recruit the wild person immediately. No health problems. They're a jogger. Cannibal's fine. More construction, more craft. Not really combat. Part of me is like going to want to just keep using the same names over and over for people. Okay, if you're a wild person, like I'm trying to think of like what were like the first hominids to use tools. Let's Google it. First hominids to use tools. Homo habilis. Habilis. Because you construct and you craft. Sure. So if we grab someone, put them there, turn off that. Level 10 animal handling. I guess I'll turn it off. And then construct. It's a good question. What do we actually want you to prioritize? Honestly, I'm wondering about the planting. It's quite busy work. I mean, this might be fine. You'll construct into grow, into maybe getting around to crafting. All right. Yep, seems okay. How old are you? Okay, we can make some little Yeetikin babies. Right? Yeah. So I do need to set this. Okay. So yeah, we're still researching towards microelectronics, which will be the better workbench. I like sterile material a lot. Actually, hospital beds first. Yeah, we do need the better thing. Fertility procedures. Start making maybe. Okay, sterile materials. We're going to consider this. We do have some geothermal very close by. Oh, work attire. Maybe formal wear so we can start making those vests, which are good for money. It goes through casual wear. Or that's, hold on. I'm thinking the wrong thing. I want, it's like noble apparel is the thing that adds the corsets that we often make for money. I know, we'll probably try to keep a variety of clothing around because it'll make the most sense. KitchenAid, yeah, you just got woken up. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, lots of people who are greedy and not happy about their bedrooms. That is mostly because it's dirty. Maybe we could bring up some cleaning. I don't know. Once we pave this, there'll be a lot less dirt being tracked around. Just don't know if it's time to get that yet. Price point? Are you... No, you're not ready to convert yet. Okay. Digging some blocks. Please and thank you. We got lots of marble. Okay, since we have some marble, I think we can go and plan to extend out the walls. And you know what? We'll start on the replacements as well. There you go. I'm not going to overqueue too much here, especially with the replacement. I want to make sure that it successfully finishes. Oh, I'll have to plan out some doors too. Which might change depending on our shop. That's not centered, is it? 1, 2, 3. 3, that's 6. There you go. 5 and 5. Yeah, it looks a little uneven. This doesn't look centered just because the wall isn't complete, but 5 here, 5 here. Yeah, we're good. Microelectronics is done. Okay, excellent. Oh, so yeah, I want to remove this area because I want to do the lab. Okay, you know what? Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Let's work on our toilet stuff. Actually, let's put in a cut here. So we're 40 minutes in, but we're going to set up our new hygiene area since I do want to trash this. So we'll get our proper plumbing and everything set up. And then once we do, we could consider running the irrigation sprinklers as well. Folks, thanks for watching another episode. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.